All right, y'all, welcome back. We're here to talk about Insecure episode 4. Whew, things got a little spicy last night. This was definitely the episode I thought it was going to be. It was Drama City. So I'll keep pretty short with the recap because y'all watched it. Issa's being irresponsible and the people in her apartment are mad. Through the whole episode, she's trying to figure out what's going to go on with the block party. Condola's ghosting her and she doesn't know why. We do get to meet Tiffany and Derek's baby, who is a doll, and her name is Simone, and of course the room is all cute and bougie. We get a little friend moment there, which I really love. Later on in the episode, there's some Lawrence-Issa combo, which Molly is totally shading out because she thinks that something is going on between them, which it might be, we don't know just yet. It might be building. It's not going on just yet, but Molly definitely was not for that shit. Molly and Andrew are having a little bit of a tough time because Molly has a ton of work going on and Andrew always seems to come second. This I definitely tend to put work first myself, and the bays usually come second. So it's really hard to balance. Later on in the episode, Molly and Issa have, a couple more moments, and then it ends on Molly not doing a favor that Issa asked. So basically, that's the synopsis of the episode. I'm just gonna jump right into my thoughts and, what I was kind of feeling through the whole thing because, sis. All right, so first things first, Molly and Andrew. So I love them together. Y'all know that I say this on every single one of these videos. I appreciate that he really tries to be flexible and fuck with her having to work and things like that. But it does kind of get to the point where you can tell she's taking it a little bit too far and he doesn't really know what to do. I mean, he tells her, I don't know where I fit into what you have going on. When he's saying this to her at dinner, you can kind of see her face and she's a little bit taken aback. And I really thought we were going to have a Molly reset button, go right back to old Molly, and she was going to start going fed about, he doesn't understand, she's working and stuff so hard for him, blah, blah, blah. But at the end, we see she brings him, a little treat and some wine and sits down and she's honest and mature and like, hey, listen, I never had to do this before. I usually mess the relationship up before it gets to this point. I want to make this work. What's up? And that to me, I just felt like a proud mama and I'm like, yes, girl, let this man know that you care and you're messing up and you're trying. That's all it really takes, and I know it takes being the bigger person to get that done, and usually that ain't Molly. So I'm really proud of her for doing that, and I really think that her and Asian Bay are gonna make it. I don't want to hear no more of this Torian or whatever people at work talk. They're gonna make they little Janae Aiko babies. Okay. Our first little bit of Issa Molly drama we get as they're on their way to Tiffany's house to see the baby. This is just the most childish situation ever. This really to me just builds up on how petty some of the stuff is that builds up on them not being friends. It starts as these little slick jabs and keeps on turning into more and more. They're fussing over a parking spot, which was stupid, but that's kind of just where they are right now. Also, as Issa's on her way into Tiffany's house, she checks her voicemail and it's Nathan. Now, we knew he was coming back. We did. Everyone's been tweeting since episode 1, what's gonna happen? Because Andrew brings him up about coming to the block party and, we don't want none of it. Secretly, we want some of it because he's fine, but he was being a fuckboy, so we have to outwardly be over it. You know what I'm saying? So he calls and he's like, I heard about the block party. It's popping, blah, blah, blah. You ain't got to call me back, but I hope you're good. Boy. So this, that's the face I gave my computer and I hit it with a little tweet. And my tweet about the voicemail got retweeted by Issa. I'll put it up here because I was really hyped. But I don't know what it is. I swear dudes have a I used to be her bae alert system, or it's some app or something that lets you know when a girl you messed over is doing good and this is the perfect time for you to slide in because it never fails. Never fails. And I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna talk my shit, but I'm gonna let her slide one time. Y'all know that's how it actually goes. He's gonna come back and some gonna something and they're gonna be feeling it, and you always get one more before you're really done. So it's gonna be that, but I'm still gonna talk mess about him. I'm still gonna call him an F-boy. I'm still not feeling him, and him and them beautiful, beautiful eyes and smile and all of that. Just stay away, because you don't want nothing for real. I don't know why I can't just get that, but fuckboy's gonna fuckboy, so what do you do? Anyway, we get inside Tiffany's house, and I love this scene so much. Like, they're doing laundry and folding clothes and setting up baby toys, and that is like friend group goals. I just think that's so beautiful. Tiffany is kind of like expressing how she needed this, and she's just been like over her mommy friends, and the baby shielding like her when she come, and it's just a lot. So I really enjoyed seeing that. However, this scene also lends itself to Issa and Molly having some time to split the friend group and talk about each other. And that is a telltale sign that things are going south. When you gotta talk to the side friends, and I say side friends as like every friend group, there are best friends within the friend group and everyone's friends together. So when you're talking to the other friends about your best friend, that's kind of how you know, like, oh dang, things starting to get bad. Like, it's gonna get rocky for us. So that was really tough for me to see, because both Tiffany and Kelly are being really calm about it. Like, you know, trying to offer the other person some insight on maybe she's going through this right now, maybe she got a lot on her mind, maybe she's just blowing off steam. But neither Issa nor Molly really want to hear that, because they're already set in how they feel about each other. In this scene, we get a little bit more of Issa struggling with her block party, and we find out that Schoolboy Q actually cancels. We don't get a why, but he does. And Lawrence is talking to Issa, and he's about to let her know like what's going on with Condola and why she might be ghosting her. But we don't ever get an answer on that and kind of figure out what's happening. But I mean, we saw in last episode, so we know sis is not really feeling Issa right now because she's not really feeling Lawrence right now. And I don't know, I would have liked to see that play out and just kind of like see how that conversation went. And I think that might have been a little catalyst for them to get closer. So maybe we didn't need that just now. Issa continues on with trying to find someone else to replace Schoolboy Q so the block party can still be a success. Molly's got some work friends, and she's, you know, trying to figure out maintaining those relationships and being a boss at work and managing her personal life. Issa finds someone that she wants to work with, and he is managed by Andrew's company, well, where Andrew works at with Rock Nation. And so she calls up Molly, and she's like, hey, I want to talk. And Molly, I think you can see in her face, is like, finally, my friend back. And she's wanting to have a real conversation with Issa about what's going on, and she starts kind of like letting in, and Issa's like, oh girl, that's cool, that's cute. I actually need something, which is the ask for Molly to talk to Andrew about this guy she wants to perform. And Molly's for real over it. Like, girl, why do you feel like you wanted to talk? And I saw some people talking about this scene and talking about Molly was like going kind of hard on Issa about questioning her as why Schoolboy Q didn't stick with his contract. But y'all, we are on the 4th season of this show. We have seen Issa really hard. And so we know, you know what I'm saying, what she gets into. Hell, we started this episode with her forgetting about the water for her whole entire building. Like, she's not always the most responsible. She's not always the most together. So yeah, Molly was going a little bit hard, but also you're asking me to now break a relationship wall and do a major ask for you that you may screw up. So, I don't know, girl, you need to check yourself. But I will say, I do think Molly was going hard because she was being kind of petty because she thought Issa wanted to talk, she didn't. So now it's kind of like, girl, well, fuck you calling me for this thing, you know? So it's tough. Sometimes when it's your best friend, you go a lot harder on them than you would anybody else. And you don't always give them as much grace because, I mean, they like family at this point. So you just kind of let the chopper sing a little bit quicker than you would with somebody else. When we get to the end of this episode, we find out that Molly calls Issa back. She's like, hey sis, I'm not gonna ask him. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, really get involved in that. I'm still trying to make sure my relationship is solid, and I'm not. This had a lot of people torn. Me kind of torn, because I mean, it's your best friend and you're supposed to ride for them and make sure that they're successful and help in any way possible, but she is really trying to make it with Andrew. Her and Issa been on the rocks, and she ain't even been rocking with her like that, so it's kind of like, why put my stuff on the line for that? I don't fault Molly, I really don't, but I do understand Issa being upset about it and not seeing it like her friend is looking out for her, because this is a dire emergency to Issa, and this is her everything right now. So this one was tough. That's one I definitely want to know, you know, what y'all thought about that and how you would have handled it, because I'm 50-50. I don't know, like, me and my best friend have been friends since 7th grade, so it's not nothing she can't call and ask me for, even if we're mad, even if I have stuff going on. But I've never been in a situation where she's had to ask me for anything for work, or a personal work relationship that could get messed up. So that gets kind of tricky. And then definitely the ask being when we're kind of not really fucking with each other. So that's really, really tough. I also want to know how you guys felt about the Nathan voicemail. What do y'all think is going to happen with him? Do you think he's pulling back up? Issa's going to pull away from Lawrence? Like, what do y'all see happening there? And then, do you think this is officially the episode that leads us into I'm not really fucking with Molly? Or do you think there's going to be a little bit more drama build up and there's going to be a huge explosion like there was, I believe last season, either last season or season 2, when they had a huge argument outside? So let me know what you think about that in the comments. I really, really want to hear your input on that. There's a bunch of like unanswered questions and feelings and thoughts that we need some resolution on in the next episode. So I cannot wait. Make sure that you're tweeting with me at TiffSaysGo. You can also follow me on Instagram, same name. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. Love you guys if you do that. Comment below those things that I asked you. So what are you thinking about Nathan? How do you feel about Molly not making the ask for Issa? And then also, what are your thoughts on where Molly and Andrew go from here? Like, do you see them being like forever baes? Let me know. All right, y'all, until next time, peace.